Now, most of these questions were asked by students who were in class 12th or just graduated class 12th, whether they should go for a CPL in 2020 or go for a job experience or some sort of professional degree. And to be very honest, that's a very good tension to have. Hi guys, and greetings to my aviation family. Welcome back to your channel, Viewinga, and I'm Ravish Bhalla. In today's video, I'm going to be addressing to two sets of people. First, who are confused whether to go for CPL or to go for their higher studies or let's say a job experience. And the second set of people who are actually undergoing their CPL training or just got their commercial pilot license. So let's get started. Jokes off.
Let's go.
When I was in class 12th, I didn't think I would end up being a commercial pilot. I mean, I had an inclination towards flying, but never really took that option seriously. I wanted to be a basketball player, a rapper, or an actor. In fact, for the longest time, I wanted to become a fighter pilot. Now, why I chose to become a commercial pilot, that can be a topic for some other video. But as you can see, I was confused in a lot of things, but ultimately managed to do what I love, that is flying. So if you're confused too, it's okay. It's okay to take time to figure it out. I mean, if I did it, so can you. And I'll make sure that happens. Now coming back to the question, whether you should go for CPL in 2020 or pursue a professional degree. Considering the current times, I would recommend go for a professional degree. And I'll give you my reasons, because I was in a similar fix. Because during my time, the 2008 financial recession had just hit. And at that time, I was in class 10th. So I thought, in 2 years' time, by the time I finished my class 12, it'll all be over. But unfortunately, it didn't. There were pilots who finished their training in 2008 and didn't get a job till 2015. Now, I'm not saying it happened to all the pilots, but yes, most of them. Now, since the market was down, plus I was confused, I decided to go for engineering. And I thought by the time I finished my degree, the market would revive again, which it did. So this is totally based on the current timelines, which is way worse than the 2008 financial recession. But the good news is the industry is hoping to revive faster than what it did post the 2008 financial recession. So it will be interesting to watch this video 2 years from now. Also, the purpose of this video is not to demoralize you from flying, rather to make you aware what's the best choice for you. However, if you're undergoing CPL or just got your commercial pilot license, I've got your 6. There are ways where we can capitalize on the current opportunity. Now, if you notice, I've broken down this video into several parts. I recommend that you watch the entire video, or you can skip to the part where you fit the bill. So here are my reasons why you should go for a degree and then become a pilot. Reason number 1, career opportunities. Now, when you have a professional degree, you get an added value in the market. Now, I'm not talking about just Indian aviation market, but abroad as well. Based on vacancies, airliners prefer pilots with some sort of professional degree or some sort of work experience. And if that work experience is in the aviation sector, that'll be great. For example, you may choose to work as a cabin crew or in the cargo department, dispatch, rostering, etc. Reason number 2, find your true passion. Clearly, if you're confused, that means you've got options. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's just say you go on to pursue a degree in a particular field and you actually start to like that field and you decide to make a career out of it. You're doing so well that that field becomes your passion. And let's just say that doesn't happen. At least we are sure that flying is your true passion. There are so many friends of mine who wanted to initially become pilots, but ultimately fell in love with what they were pursuing. Reason number 3, life experience and maturity level. I personally feel regular college is something that everyone must experience at least once in their lifetime, as it teaches you a lot. I loved upcoming technology, gadgets, and their working. And that's one of the reasons why I pursued engineering. I really had no clue that this could even help me understand my CPL ground subjects better, especially radio aids. Moreover, anybody who's interested in being a commercial pilot has other interests apart from aviation too. So I would recommend to go for a degree in a field that you always wanted to do. Now is the best time to go for it. Plus, on a lighter note, if you're operating a long-haul flight, this could be a good conversation starter with the captain. And they also feel that you're reliable because of your maturity. Now that's just my observation. Reason number 4, backup option. CPL is a certificate that gives you a license to fly. Now, for whatever reason, if the market is down, we as pilots won't have anything to do till the time we find another flying job. Now, whereas if you have a degree, you'll have something to fall back on. So this could be considered as a good plan B option. Reason number 5, loan for CPL training. If you plan to take a loan to fund your CPL training, banks would be more lenient towards you if you have a degree. Though there are other parameters for the bank to give you a loan like collaterals, background, etc. But this plays an important role for the bank to build that trust in you, because they know that you might be able to find some job even if the aviation sector is not performing well. Before making this video, I also asked some of my friends who directly went for CPL training just after class 12, and they had a similar notion. So thank you so much guys for helping everyone out. But if you're sure that you want to pursue CPL after class 12, let me just say I have immense respect for you, because you're following your heart, and it takes guts to follow your heart.
Wait a minute!
Now this may seem contradicting. Let me just make it clear. If you're confused, especially during these times, I'm saying go for a degree. But if you're sure about your passion, that you want to go for CPL or actually undergoing CPL, I'm saying we capitalize on the current situation. Because to be honest, these years and the coming years would have been golden years in the Indian aviation market, provided if the pandemic wouldn't have hit. So it made sense to go for CPL right after clearing class 12. But let's face it, most of us do our CPL training because we want an airline job, right? And that's not wrong. But wasn't the motive flying? I mean, there are so many opportunities where we can work as a pilot and earn a decent living. And at this stage, I could say you should go for anything that fills up your logbook. You can do your flying training side by side, complete a degree in BSc Aviation. Why BSc Aviation? Because the syllabus of BSc Aviation and your CPL ground subjects are more or less the same. But if you wish to do a degree of your choice in a particular field, there are so many universities in India that can provide you a correspondence course. You can go for a flight instructor training. Plus, being an instructor gives you a whole new dimension about flying. Like, think about it, the knowledge you'll have and the experience that you'll gain is something that can't be defined in words. You can join the Indian Coast Guard. Yes, the Indian Coast Guard hires CPL holders and is one of the most respectable jobs as a pilot. And I'm sure there's no better feeling than serving your own motherland. You can be a crop dusting pilot or a bush pilot. It's a pretty interesting field. Not that popular in India as of now, but has a lot of demand in abroad. So if manual flying and low level flying gives you a kick, this is something that you should definitely consider. You can also be a skydiver pilot or an air ambulance pilot. Plus, on the bright side, there are so many regional airlines that are coming up. So one can be hopeful for that as well. So let me know in the comment section if you want to know how to apply for these jobs. Usually if you just Google or YouTube, you'll find various channels talking about how to get into what. But if you want me to make a video on that, just let me know. Also, while you're at it, do let me know what all topics you want me to make a video on, because my main aim is to provide you value. And what do you think? Would you go for a CPL training or would you go for a degree? I would love to read your views and suggestions. And once again, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you like this video, do drop in a like. And if you didn't like this video, that's okay. Just let me know what part and I'll try to improve myself. If you find this video useful, do share it with your friends and as many aspiring pilots you can. It would mean a lot to me. And don't forget to subscribe, because if you subscribe, I know that my content is useful to you. And it gives me motivation to make more content. So with that, remember, it's all about attitude. If you learn good, you fly good. See you in the flight deck.